What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Marlo, and we back with another one. Today we're gonna be reacting to the dudes that escape prison. I've been seeing that everywhere. I've been seeing people bet on who gonna be the last person to get caught and all that. So I just wanted to do a little bit more on that story and figure out a little bit more on, how they broke out of prison and, they charges and things like that. So let's get into the video.
All right, look at the big wall and the guys who broke out of the big house. The manhunt underway after several violent prisoners, including accused murderers and attempted murderers who escaped from a Louisiana jail last Friday. This is the video of the moment they busted out. Police have arrested 3 of the 10 men in the New Orleans area. That happened on Friday night, and they sent them back to lockup. There were a number of security failures, but the New Orleans sheriff says this may have been an inside job.
We do acknowledge there is no way people can get out of this facility without there being some type of lapse in security. There's no way. It's almost impossible, not completely, but almost impossible for anybody to get out of this facility without help from the outside.
Okay, so I ain't never been to jail. I ain't never been to prison. I don't know how easy it is to escape, but I'm guessing it's not easy at all. So I'm thinking it might be the inside job too.
And outside. We're also learning the fugitives broke out through a hole they created in a wall hidden behind a jail cell toilet. Sounds like a movie. And they left
one more thing, y'all, my bad for pausing, but one more thing. This kind of reminds me of, y'all ever watched that show, is it Breakout or something? When them dudes break out of prison and the brothers break his brother out of prison and stuff like that. His brother was charged with murder. Y'all ever seen that show?
Written on the wall, too easy, LOL. Like, for the big easy. Okay. Some of the 7 remaining inmates, here we go. From the big house, here they are. The big inmates are facing murder charges. Others are facing charges for violent crimes, such as aggravated assault and domestic abuse. Meanwhile, there are questions over why the jail authorities did not follow state law and immediately alert the public. It took hours for word to reach the public. Kaylee.
Yeah, what's crazy to me is the timing of this. So there were apparently faulty locks, and they had been flagged previously that these locks were not working. The lock was breached at 12:23. These guys get out at 1:01 a.m. They do not notice they are gone until 8:30 a.m. Okay, I have 2 toddlers, not to be compared to 10 inmates, but I can tell you if one of them breached my doorway, it wouldn't take me 7 hours to figure it out. So do you not have Ring cameras in the very least? What is going on?
Okay, I will never forget the disclaimer that you just used on toddler children. Yes. That will stick with me forever. Guy.
Well, it seems pretty scandalous that this was allowed to happen, and it sounds like maybe they had help, and we'll wait on that until we get more details.
And potentially still have it.
Totally, because here's the thing. We have the map up here, or at least the big board. 3 of the 10 have been captured. You can do the math. The majority of them are still on the loose. We covered this story on Fox and Friends Weekend. These guys have been out there free for quite some time. Who knows where they are at this point? And the fact that these were very serious criminals accused of the most serious crimes, how were they not under more significant lock and key? How is the security so weak at a place like this? That's another, I think, public safety concern moving forward.
Well, and I mean this in all seriousness, have they taken a look at the infrastructure, the construction of the bathroom toilet areas where these guys supposedly bore a hole and tunneled their way out? I mean, have they looked at the rest of the jail at this point?
We also, we played the clip of the sheriff talking about the fact that this most likely was an inside job, but it was also likely an outside job as well. We haven't necessarily addressed that point.
Brian Kilmeade was there this past weekend.
Well, yeah,
wow. Was he involved?
No.
Oh my goodness.
But that's our job.
You mean New Orleans in general?
He was there for his son's graduation, so we were laughing this morning. Brian, what were you doing?
That's hilarious. Yeah, let's not start.
He said some of them, he had read reports, some of them were out on Bourbon Street. Some of these guys who were criminals that had, left prison.
And the Louisiana State Police Superintendent noted that they believe that friends and family members are also likely helping these individuals, enabled them in the escape, noting also that there were some of these escapees had new clothes. We're also being told they're armed and dangerous. Well, who armed them? Right? They certainly didn't get those guns inside the prison. So, questions about who else was involved. Also, it raises questions that the lone guard assigned to the cell pod was away getting food. At the time, you have 3 employees suspended so far, obviously an investigation underway. So what else did Brian say?
Well, no, we were just laughing about it because Brian said I was not involved, I promise. But yeah, it's very scary. 2 of these guys they're all violent. They're all labeled violent. 2 of them are charged with murder. So if they get out and they reoffend and they murder someone else, whose fault is this?
Yeah.
Why weren't those locks? I didn't know that about the locks. Why weren't they fixed? Why is this lady going? They said one woman, an employee, stepped away from her job. The governor there has said this is what soft on crime policies look like. This parish is known for this. The Orleans parish is known for soft on crime. Progressive leaders. It's unacceptable. They need to fire and hold accountable those who are at fault.
Well, and what the governor was saying too, Governor Landry of Louisiana was saying that because of those policies, Ainsley, these guys were sort of languishing without their court dates to get these to the situation where prosecutors could find them guilty. So it's like you can slow roll it too. You don't just have to find them innocent for crimes that they may have committed. And maybe that innocence isn't earned. Maybe that's not truly what it is with soft on crime. But also, you can slow roll it to the point where, my goodness, the guys were just languishing. I guess the only option they had was to break out. I mean, this is crazy.
Yep. We need Alcatraz.
Kaylee's second look at Alcatraz.
All right, coming up.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-host.
Yeah, I don't know if they gonna find them. I don't know. I know they found one in an abandoned house. I know they found one like sleeping on the street. Like, you gotta sleep like that, you should have just stayed in jail. But the other ones, they probably got a home, or they probably went out of town or something like that. But if you don't got nowhere to go, no ride, no nothing, should have just stayed in jail. But that's all I got. Like I always say, God bless you.